guys, Darren here from Celebrity Tributes. Today's episode is a then and now video of the hit TV show MASH. Alan Alda played the role of Captain Benjamin Franklin Hawkeye Pierce. Before his time on MASH, he was part of the cast of That Was the Week That Was. He made his film debut in Gone Are the Days, followed by films such as Paper Lion, The Extraordinary Seaman and Mephisto Waltz. During this time, he was a frequent panellist on What's My Line. During his time on MASH, he had appearances in The Glass House, Same Time Next Year, and The Four Seasons. He also wrote and directed many episodes of MASH, also writing some episodes for The Four Seasons. His performance in MASH also provided him a platform to speak out on political topics and has been a strong supporter for women's rights and feminism. After MASH, he appeared in films including Crimes and Misdemeanors, Manhattan Murder Mysteries, and Everyone Says I Love You. Later he appeared in What Women Want, The Aviator. He had a recurring role in West Wing and 30 Rock. Then most recently in Bridge of Spies, Horace and Pete, and Marriage Story, and recurring roles in The Good Fight and Ray Donovan. Outside of acting, in 1956 he met his wife Arlene Weiss. They have 3 daughters and are still married to this day. He was also enlisted in the Army Reserve, spending 6 months in Korea. On July 31, 2018, he appeared on CBS This Morning and announced he had been diagnosed with Parkinson's disease in 2015. Loretta Swift played the role of Major Margaret Hot Lips Houlihan. Before her time on MASH, she appeared in TV series such as Hawaii Five-0 and Bonanza. During the years filming on MASH, she also appeared in Cagney and Lacey. After MASH, she had appearances in a number of movies and TV series, including The Love Boat, Murder, She Wrote, Diagnosis Murder, and recently featured in Play the Flute. She married Dennis Holohan in 1983, divorcing him in 1995. She also wrote a book on needlepoint called The Needlepoint Scrapbook. Jamie Farr played the role of Sergeant Maxwell Q. Klinger. Before his time on MASH, he served in the US military with the 6th Infantry Division. He served for 2 years in Japan and Korea. He had roles in acting after his military service in No Time for Sergeants, The Greatest Story Ever Told, and became a regular on The Red Skelton Show. In October 1972, he was hired for one day's work as Corporal Maxwell Klinger. His character became so popular that he was asked to come back for a dozen more episodes in the 2nd season before becoming a regular in the 4th season. During his time on MASH, he also starred in Cannonball Run. After MASH, he appeared in Cannonball Run 2, After MASH, Murder, She Wrote, Scrooged, Diagnosis Murder, That 70s Show, and most recently in The Cool Kids. He has been married to Joy Ann Richards since 1963 and has 2 children. Since the 1990s, he has battled with severe rheumatoid arthritis. In 2003, he and his wife wrote a children's book, Hey Babies, Christmas Eve, retelling the first Christmas from the point of view of the animals. William Christopher played the role of Father Francis Mulcahy. Before MASH, he guest starred in shows such as The Patty Duke Show, The Andy Griffith Show, Hogan's Heroes, and The Love Boat. In 1972, he gained the role of Father Mulcahy when the original actor George Morgan was replaced. He continued the role for 2 seasons in After MASH. After MASH, he appeared in Diagnosis Murder, Mad About You, Murder, She Wrote, and had recurring roles in Days of Our Lives. He met his wife Barbara on a blind date and they married in 1957. They adopted 2 sons. They appeared together in MASH Season 4 in the episode Dear Mildred, where they sung a song All Dressed Up and No Place to Go as a duet. On December 31, 2016, he passed away as a result of small cell carcinoma. He was diagnosed with cancer 18 months earlier. He was 84 years old. Harry Morgan played the role of Colonel Sherman T. Potter and Major General Bartford Hamilton Steele. Before MASH, he started his career in Broadway productions, before moving to the big screen films such as Dragonwyck, The Gangster, High Noon, How the West Was Won, and appeared in The Untouchables. His first appearance in MASH was in the third season, playing as the mentally unstable Major General Bartford Hamilton Steele. The following season, he joined the cast as Colonel Sherman T. Potter. He won an Emmy Award for this performance. After MASH, he reprised his role in After MASH. Also having roles in Dragnet, Murder, She Wrote, The Simpsons, 30 Rock from the Sun, and his final appearance being in Love and Money. He was married to his first wife, Eileen Detchen, from 1940 until her death in 1985. They had 4 sons, Christopher, Charles, Paul, and Daniel, who passed away in 1989. He then married Barbara Bushman Quinn in 1986. Harry Morgan passed away on December 7, 2011. He had been treated shortly before for pneumonia. He was 96 years old. Gary Burghoff played the role of Corporal Walter Radar O'Reilly. Before MASH, he was a drummer for the band called The Relatives in 1968. Linda Carter was the singer. He also appeared in a few TV series including Name of the Game, Love American Style, Wonder Woman, and Sweepstakes. During his time on MASH, he had appearances in Fantasy Island, The Love Boat, and Tales of the Unexpected. After MASH, he appeared in After MASH and a short film called Walter, Burke's Law, and Daniel's Lot. Outside of acting, he invented Chum Magic, a fishing tackle invention that attracted fish to the boat, also a toilet seat lifting handle and a new type of fishing rod. He was married twice, first to Janet Gale from 1971 until 1979, having one daughter, Gina, then to Elizabeth Bostrom from 1985 until 2005, having 2 sons. Mike Farrell played the role of Captain B.J. Honeycutt. Before MASH, he appeared in Lassie, The Graduate, I Dream of Jeannie, Days of Our Lives, The Bill Cosby Show, and Bonanza. His big break was his role in MASH, when Wayne Rogers unexpectedly left at the end of the 3rd season. He joined the cast and played out the role for the rest of the show's running. After MASH, he hosted several National Geographic specials and starred in several movies, including Memorial Day, which he co-produced, Vanishing Act, and appeared in Murder, She Wrote, Coach, and Matlock. In 1985, he partnered with Marvin Minoff to create Farrell Minoff Productions, producing numerous movies including Dominic and Eugene and Patch Adams. He later received the role as the father of lead character Dr. Sidney Hansen in Providence. Then he had guest appearances in TV series including Justice League, Desperate Housewives, Law & Order SVU, Without a Trace, Supernatural, and NCIS. He married Judy Hayden in 1963 until 1983, having 2 children. Then in 1984 he married Shelley Farberes. They are still married to this day. Kelly Nakahara played the role of Nurse Kilani Kelly. Before MASH, she appeared in Kolchak the Night Stalker and Little House on the Prairie. After MASH, she appeared in TV series including At Ease, Hunter, Growing Pains, and the movie Clue and Shattered. Then later in NYPD Blue and Sabrina the Teenage Witch. She married David Wallet in 1968, having 2 children together. She was also a watercolour artist, painting under her married name Kelly Wallet. On February 16, 2020, she passed away from cancer. She was approximately 73 years old. Her birth year is not certain, published as either 1947 or 1948. David Oddgen Stiers played the role of Major Charles Winchester. Before MASH, he performed in several Broadway productions before appearing in TV series including The Mary Tyler Moore Show and Kojak. He joined MASH in 1977 after the departure of Larry Linville's character Frank Burns. During his time on MASH, he appeared in Charlie's Angels, Doc, The Tony Randall Show, and several other movies. After MASH, he had numerous appearances in shows such as North and South, Star Trek The Next Generation, Murder, She Wrote, Matlock, Touched by an Angel, Wings, Alf, and Frasier, plus a number of roles in Two Guys and a Girl and a Pizza Place, and recurring roles in several Perry Mason movies. He later appeared in Dr. Quinn Medicine Woman, Jungle to Jungle, before moving towards voiceover work where he provided voice acting in shows such as Justice League, Lilo and Stitch and Kingdom Hearts. Nearing the end of his life, he had a regular role in The Dead Zone and reoccurring roles in the regular show. His final appearance was on The Joneses Unplugged. On March 3, 2018, he passed away from bladder cancer at age 75. Larry Linville played the role of Major Frank Burns. Before MASH, he had guest appearances in Bonanza, Mission Impossible, Mannix and The Night Stalker. After MASH, he went on to guest star in several popular TV series including Murder, She Wrote, Fantasy Island, The Love Boat, Chips, Paper Dolls and Riptide. Later in his career, he appeared in The Night Court, Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, and his final appearance was in West from North Goes South. He was married 5 times, having one child with Kate Greer, his first wife. He later married Varna Tribby, Melissa Gallant, Susan Hagen, and finally to Deborah Guyton, who was by his side when he passed away. In 1998, doctors found a tumour under his sternum. He had surgery to remove part of his lung, but had continuing health problems over the following 2 years. He passed away from pneumonia in New York City on April 10, 2000. He was 60 years old. Jeff Maxwell played the role of Private Igor Straminsky. Before MASH, he had his debut role in Young Frankenstein. He also performed in a comedy team called Garrett and Maxwell. They performed at clubs throughout the US for 7 years. During his time on MASH, he had appearances in The Waltons, 8 Is Enough, and Chips. After MASH, he appeared in Night Patrol, Odd Jobs, Dark Romance Volume 2, and his final role to date was in Divorce the Musical. In 1997, he released a cookbook titled Secrets of the MASH Mess, The Lost Recipes of Private Igor. It's unknown if he is married or has children, as he's a private person. Wayne Rogers played the role of Captain Trapper John McIntyre. Before MASH, he appeared in shows such as The Invaders, The FBI, Combat, Gunsmoke, The Fugitive, and a small role in Cool Hand Luke. After MASH, he starred in City of Angels and Once in Paris, Larry Sanders Show, Murder, She Wrote, Diagnosis Murder, with his last appearances in Nobody Knows Anything. He married Mitzi McCorder in 1960, having 2 children together before divorcing in 1983. He married a second time to Amy Hirsch in 1988. On December 31, 2015, he passed away from pneumonia at the age of 82. McLean Stevenson played the role of Lieutenant Colonel Henry Blake. Before MASH, he was a regular cast member on The Doris Day Show and The Tim Conway Comedy Show. During his time on MASH, he also appeared in Insight, Win, Place or Steal, and Shirt Skins. After MASH, he had his own McLean Stevenson show that lasted for 12 episodes. He had appearances also in Different Strokes, Hello Larry, The Love Boat, Golden Girls, and his final appearance on screen was in Tales of the City. He was married 3 times, first to Polly Ann Gordon in 1957 until 1960, Louise Herbert in 1969 until 1971, before finally marrying Ginny Fosdick in 1980 until his death. On February 15, 1996, after recovering from bladder surgery, he suffered a fatal heart attack. He was 68 years old. So that is it for this episode. Thank you for watching and please like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you very much and see you next time.